Hello everybody. I would like to welcome Great Grandmaster Elizar, Grandmaster Norman and Master Nash from the World Nickelstick Balintawak Club. We will have an interview through some questions so we can have some insight of this wonderful fighting style. First question, Grandmaster Nick. Tell us about your training in Balintawak Club when you started.
Okay, so before I will answer you, I would like also to thanks for giving me time to share my Balintawak life. Okay, with regards to your question, when did I start training Balintawak? Is that right?
Yes, when did you start training and how was the training back then?
I started my training in Balintawak. It's early 1971. That's the time, because as a sport-minded boy, when I was still in, I will tell you some backgrounds of my martial arts. When I was still in high school, 13 years old, I already started training boxing in our school. I almost became a boxer. If not only with my parents. If my parents, I am already a boxer now, but my parents does not want to that his handsome son will become ugly. So when I started boxing at the age of 13, after 2 years or 3 years, when my parents not allowed me to fight in the ring, I keep on training boxing without the knowledge of my parents. So after that year, when karate was introduced to our place, so I shift to karate. But because I know that boxing and karate is not fit for me, because I'm small and it's not most of my opponent, especially in sparring, are bigger people. So I have to look for another martial arts. Then in the early 1971, I found and I made some practice there of Eskrima. So that is the time that I started practice Balintawak Eskrima.
How was training back then in Balintawak Club when you started? How was the training like?
Okay. I like the attitude and the characteristic of the Balintawak Eskrima, because it's more on a street fighting style. So that's why I was encouraged to train with the Eskrima. And besides that, almost all the people that I met in Balintawak Club are very kind.
Who was your main teacher, Grandmaster Elizar?
So when I joined in Balintawak Eskrima way back then, 1971, my first teacher is Belez. Because during the time when I joined the Balintawak Eskrima, our group is called the Balintawak International Self-Defense Club, which is run by Attorney Jose Villasen as the president and Belez as the vice president. So they were my first instructor in Eskrima. Mostly during my training, it was Belez who handled the training.
Why did the groupings occur? Was there a need for groupings to happen?
Yes, it's very important for me now that we are adopting the grouping lesson. Actually, all the grouping lesson is already with the Balintawak, which is created by the Grandmaster Bilancio Bacon. But the beauty there, why I like the inserting the grouping lesson, is it's big easier to the student to learn the lesson. Because sometimes compared to before, that they are not adapting method of teaching, because here right now by implementing the grouping lesson, it has already well adapted the method of teaching, and it makes easier for the student to learn.
Are the groupings just a method of learning? Is just a method of teaching more students and large quantities of students?
Adapting the grouping lesson, for us, it helps the student learn more easier, because they can explain why there is like group 1, why you are doing like this, because our teacher explained us in the beginning for the basic. It's the familiarization of your left hand and lifting and clearing. So, in any time that there is some object who can distract the stick, so it's the work of the left hand. You can apply lifting and clearing. That's the group 1. Then in group 2, the lesson for that is the clearing and batting. So if there is sometimes you are blocking, you have to clear. Because if you apply batting, so you have to clear. Then in group 3, that is familiarization of thrust application. Because not all of the application in Balintawak is more on striking. There are instances that they will apply thrust. So that is the familiarization in group 3, how to defend the thrusting application. In group 4, we have the lesson there is the familiarization of the application of abanico strike. Because before it's not always familiar to have the abanico strike. So we are trained how to defend the abanico strike both on the upper side and the bottom. So that is the work. Then before when I joined Balintawak, we have only group 5. The group 5 is the familiarization of punching application while stick in fighting mission. That's why some people are asking us, why you not adapt the espada idaga, striking here and thrusting there. It's already in our lesson. Instead of bringing knife, we just punch, because you know already that in our country it's prohibited bringing deadly weapon. So if you know how to use your left hand, do it in punching or for this like that. So that's one reason why we do not have interest to bring knife. But if there is knife, why not? Yeah, we know how to do that, because striking and thrusting is very easy to apply. Instead of thrusting is punching both sides of the body. It's the still familiarization of the punching application while still in fighting motion.
So I would like to ask another question. What are some distinctive characteristics of Nickelstick? What does it make it unique? Wait.
No, I think there's no unique there. Almost all my teaching, I follow that from the original teaching of the Balintawak International Self-Defense Club. I only added flavor to create the word Nickelstick Eskrima. For example, the way how we fight long-range fighting, because mostly you know already that mostly the style of the Balintawak, if I'm not wrong, what I have learned is more on close-range fighting. So I added the use of the single stick drills, and it counts. That's using for fighting in long range. That's what I have learned. So I can now handle if my opponent is more on largo or more on corto, because our master we are so good in training in close range, but in long range, that's why I added also there is many style in fighting in long range which the Balintawak is doing, but I also added my own flavor, the single stick drills of long range fighting from Nickelstick Balintawak.
So,
Unique.
Grandmaster Norman, what are some distinctive characteristics of Nickelstick that you think they are unique?
So as what I have observed and learned from the system of the word Nickelstick of my papa, so the unique and distinctive things that you're gonna share it to the people is those innovations what you have. For example, those single stick you have, those like largo, like heating applications what we have, because before originally you have like semi-heating applications, but now you add more like largo, like more. That's why people getting interested on these things, like to learn from the system of Papa through the applications we have. As what I have developed also, what he have before, so I try to level up more like actions to get more students getting interested of these things from the basing on the details and actions of teaching.
Master Nash, what do you think are some distinctive qualities and characteristics of Nickelstick? What makes Nickelstick unique, to your opinion, though?
So for me, the distinctive characteristics of Nickelstick is like aggressiveness in the directness of each strike that we have. For example, like what Nick did. Lolo, he's my grandfather. So, for example, single stick drills, the 8 counts. Also like the direct hitting for lesson 2. And all like largo strikes that he made are very interesting in this kind of group.
So, I want to ask your opinion as well, and your thoughts about this. What do you think, the three of you, is the future of Nickelstick Balintawak? Great Grandmaster Nick, I will ask you first. What do you think is the future of Nickelstick Balintawak?
I can easily answer you that at this time, the future of the Nickelstick Balintawak is increasing, and developing almost throughout the world, because in America we have, in Europe, mostly in Europe we have, in the Oriental countries like Japan, Malaysia. And Malaysia, we have a schedule right in Malaysia this October. Then I think that is I'm sure that the future of the world Nickelstick Eskrima is more expanding.
And what about you, Grandmaster Norman?
In my part, so also the future of the Nickelstick is getting stronger now because of those chapters we have from different country. So we can exchange like more lessons and more like innovations for this future.
And about what you, Master Nash? What do you think that is the future of Nickelstick Balintawak or Balintawak in general?
So for me, the future of Nickelstick, I hope it will be like successful and more strong. Like for example, what we are right now, we are very strong and very compact. So I hope it will continue up to the future.
So, again, I want to ask all three of you in success, but what are some important aspects of training? Where should the student focus first? Great Grandmaster Nick, please answer.
Yeah, because maybe the way of our teaching is, that's why the students more get interested to learn, because to teach is very important. Because we are doing what we have experienced before. We have to teach what we have learned in order to develop what we have learned. So it's very important. So I think that's one aspect that the students get interested to learn Nickelstick Balintawak.
And what about you, Master Norman?
So in my side, so in my teaching also, so I'll just let the students like focus when they learn the system we have from the basic. So it's just like a kids, like when you learn like writing, making, stroking. So it's one way how they develop those art we have, like through by basic, like making those structure, foundations, and good, interesting like details.
And Master Nash, what are some important aspects of training? Where should the students focus?
So as for what Grandmaster Norman said, the student should focus more on the basics, because that's where the foundation starts. That's where it grows until you become like experienced fighter in Balintawak.
So I have one more question. Why should someone train in Balintawak or FMA in general, but especially in Balintawak? Why should someone that has never trained in a Filipino martial arts or even has some experience, why should he train in Balintawak style?
Okay, maybe if if they knew how to observe the different kind of martial arts. As I in my part, the Balintawak way of learning the arts is more like is more interested, because this is more on self-defense. So then, with the use of your knowledge, you can win the heart and minds of the people, which is in fighting, you need not to more aggressive, like a defensive. So maybe that is one thing they like it, and more lesson is more on street fighting. I think it's as I observe, almost all self-defense is doing like that. But that's why I focus on the Balintawak way of training, because I like the way they adapted.
Grandmaster Norman, give me a reason why should someone train in Balintawak Eskrima?
So the reason like why is it you train like the Balintawak Eskrima, because as I remember before, like my papa, when I started like the harness, like he teach me the system he have, I'm getting late, like 17 years old, I started in harness. Before, I kept playing like basketball, then he kept bullied like to me nga, you don't be like a player because you're smaller, better than to practice harness. So in my mind, so I kept quitting when they practice with my elder brother. So one time I saw like my brother and my papa practice in our house. So I saw the sounds like tak 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 tak. So it getting me interested, like harness. So that's why I push you to learn the system, because it has proven and tested that if you learn these martial arts, you can see my papa, how old is he? Like 78. So until now, he keep practicing.
So, Master Nash, tell me a reason why should someone train in Balintawak Eskrima? For you.
For me, if everybody should, for example, if there is like somebody I want to introduce FMA, I would tell them that this fighting style, especially Balintawak, is is a complete system for me. For example, if you have like a background in boxing, in karate, in Wing Chun, or any martial arts, you can incorporate it with Balintawak. That's why I like to introduce your Balintawak in this season. Like.
So, Great Grandmaster Nick, I have one final question. How do you feel after all those years of training in Balintawak Eskrima and the creation of Nickelstick, to see it grow and new students and new generations training it? How do you feel about it?
I feel happy, because as I saw, many people adopted my training. Many people followed my training. So, and by creating this word Nickelstick Eskrima, it's adding also more friends. It's more friendship and in everywhere in the world, because now we have the modern we have the like the Facebook or YouTube, like that. So we have our face is there, is already there almost every day. People can see us in the internet. So I know this word Nickelstick Eskrima is growing.
For me, it is also about the character of the people you train with. It is also about the fun that we all have during our play in Balintawak. You could see that, as you said to me before, some schools may be strict or some instructors may be strict, but in Balintawak in general, and in Nickelstick especially, you see happy faces. We train and we play and we support good characters as well.
I agree.
Because,
I agree.
thank you very much, Great Grandmaster Nick, Grandmaster Norman, and Master Nash, for coming here also in Greece to conduct these 3 generations of Balintawak Eskrima seminars. And thank you again for doing this interview with me.
Thank you. It's our pleasure.
Thank you.
Okay, before we end this interview, I would like to thank my friend, especially my representative of this award Nickelstick Eskrima, like Grandmaster Christos of Greece, Guro Babis. This all supported by their students here in Greece. So thank you very much for giving us chance to share what we have experienced in our organizing or establishing this World Nickelstick Eskrima Balintawak Style Incorporated. Thank you.